so you feel like you're struggling with writing your learning objectives. Let me share with you what I know and how I write mine, and maybe that will help. To start with, I would suggest that you be sure that you understand the learning standard to which you are teaching. My standards come from the Head Start Early Learning Outcomes Framework because I work in an early Head Start classroom. And the domain for the specific example I will be giving is a scientific reasoning domain. It states that a 36 to 48-month child uses the five senses to observe objects, materials, organisms, and events. Provides simple verbal or sign descriptions, and with adult support represents observable phenomena such as drawing a picture. So once you understand what your goal is and what you're trying to accomplish, you can begin writing your learning objective by using the key elements: the who, what, when, and how. The who being the audience, in this case the students, the what being the observable behavior, the students drawing a picture, the when or condition being after they have watched popcorn pop in an air popper and had a chance to taste it, and the how or degree being that they explain verbally or through sign language what they drew. Bloom's taxonomy suggests that we use the SMART acronym when writing objectives. The objective should be SMART: specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and targeted to the learner. Be sure that your learning objective is specific to what is expected, that it is measurable in a sense that it is easy to assess if the objective has been met, that it is attainable, is it developmentally appropriate, have you allotted enough time, and is the condition of the surroundings and materials sufficient? Is it relevant to the standards in the lesson content? And is it targeted to the learner, being developmentally appropriate for the specific students that you have in mind? So be sure that your learning objectives are SMART. Going back to the five senses lesson I was discussing earlier, I will now state the learning objective. After observing popcorn popping in an air popper and tasting it, the students will draw a picture to represent what they smelled, heard, saw, felt, and or tasted, and then explain verbally or through sign language what they drew. The when is met in this objective by stating that they will do this after observing the popcorn pop in the air popper and then tasting it. The who is met by stating that the students will then draw a picture, which is the what, and then that they will describe what they drew, which is the degree or how they will show that they have met the learning objective. Mary Lou Teachers College uses the backwards planning process, which is what I just described. I find this most easy when writing my learning objectives because I can use the process of writing the learning objective to also write the lesson plan and be sure that all components are there to match to the learning objective and that the learning objective also matches the standards to which I am teaching to. I hope this has been helpful. Thank you.